Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm on a journey to achieve my financial goals and hopefully motivating you to achieve yours as well. So today we're just going to be doing a net worth update for the month of October 2021. Of course, you all know I like to keep track of my net worth each month just so we can track our full financial status and progress. I like to look at my assets to see how I can use them in different ways. And then also, we're going to be doing a financial independence update, which I am really excited to be sharing with you all this month because I did make some money moves. So I'm excited to share with you all how that actually improved our finances. So let's get into it. All right, so first off with our debts, our student loans are still in forbearance, so they did not change in balance. Our mortgage loan, if you watched our video here about how we refinanced our house, then you know that I extended the amount of mortgage loans that we have on our house, and I explained in detail everything that I considered when I made this financial decision, and you'll be able to see by the end of the video why this was a good financial decision. But yes, so our mortgage did increase in balance by about $105,000. So our assets, our car number one, it did not change in value. As y'all know, our car was totaled last month. You know, I'm just waiting for the insurance payout for the car being totaled. I haven't received that check yet because I'm trying to get my title from the DMV. That's really the reason why. But once I get the duplicate copy of my title, then I'll go ahead and send that to the insurance company and they'll pay it out. My SUV decreased in value by about $275. I'm pretty sure that's because since this car was totaled, my husband had to drive this car to work. And so that, of course, put miles on our car. And, of course, that decreases the value. Our second car, which is a vehicle that I purchased for one of my siblings, and they're just paying me back for it. The balance that they owe on the vehicle to me, that has decreased by about $500 this month. They did make a payment for it. So now, since we totaled our car, that means that we had to purchase a new car to replace it. And I did a video explaining that. I'll leave a link down in the description for that as well, explaining why I decided to make that financial decision to pay for it that way. So the new car, as you saw, it did not have a loan on it. When we just went to our debt slide, that is no loan on it. But we do have a new car that the value of it is about $33,475. Our savings and retirement, that has increased by about $72,000. And of course, that is because of the refinance we did here. So go check out that video. And our house has actually increased by about $9,000 this month. And so our total assets increased by $114,300 this month. So just to break it down a little bit further, because it was a lot that happened this month, by us taking an additional amount on our mortgage, then that put about $96,780 into our savings, which is why you see such a big difference here as far as our savings and retirement and investments increasing this month. And then we took some of that money and we bought a new car for about $26,000, but the car was actually worth a little bit more. That was good, of course, because that kind of increased a little bit of money in our pockets to change our $26,000 into about $33,000. So that was good, but that's what you see reflected here. And so our net worth, it is now $172,380, and so that is a difference of about $9,000 this month as an increase. So I was actually really surprised to see this, just because I knew that I took out additional debt, because with this refinance I did have to pay about $8,000 in closing costs that we actually financed as well. So I was expecting our net worth to decrease this month, but of course, because we have assets, as far as what you see here is that our house went up in value by about $9,000. So that made up for that $8,000 in additional debt that we had to take out. And then also with the purchase of this car, of course, with the price being less than the car was actually worth, then of course that put a little extra money in our pockets there. So that's why you see that $9,000 difference, although we did take out additional debt. So for our financial independence update, which I am very excited to share with you all this month, so because financial independence is just establishing enough passive income or income from your investments to cover your current living expenses, that's how I like to look at my financial independence progress as far as comparing my passive income to my current living expenses. So if we were to quit our jobs right now, both of us, we didn't have a job, we would still have about $985 coming in each month from the income from our investments. And so that is a difference of about $588 from last month. And of course, that is just because I liquidated the equity in my house. So now, since I've liquidated the equity and is now in savings and retirement and investments, that of course is an asset that produces a cash flow each month. So that was able to increase the amount of passive income that we would have. And then also with our expenses, if you watch my latest Budget With Me video, then you know that our expenses did increase by about $510 this month. So now when you just compare the two, of course you're seeing how much of my expenses my passive income would cover, then you would see that it would cover almost 31% of our expenses. So that was doubled from last month. Last month, our passive income would only cover about 14% of our expenses. So this month, it has increased by 16%. So yeah, I'm really excited to see that, because what that means to me is if we were to quit our jobs, almost a third of our expenses would still be paid. And so what's that? Like, that's maybe like some food or something. I would still be able to put food on the table if we were to quit our jobs right now because of the income that we would still have from our investments. So as you can see here, this is our little chart. This dark blue color is just the difference as far as the increase from last month to this month. That's a good amount of this little pie chart that is colored blue, which means that is the amount of our expenses that would still be covered. So I was really excited to share this with you all. And of course, this is mainly because of the money move that I made with the refinance this month. And so, yeah, so that's really my goal, is just to keep establishing enough passive income to cover our living expenses, because at that point, that means we could quit our jobs and then we would still be able to pay our bills without a job, and we would be financially independent. So that has increased by a good amount this month. All right, so that is it for my financial independence update and my net worth update. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.